So you got yourself an Xmaxx, you got yourself a brand new Max6 or maybe even a Max5 speed control. You need to do one final thing before you can go out and enjoy it, and that's calibrate, and that's what we're going to show you right now. This is a totally box stock Xmaxx with the standard Traxxas TQI radio system. We're going to walk you through that calibration right now. The radio system in neutral, you hold down the set button and then you turn the power on. Keep holding the set button until it beeps. That means it's ready. You're going to tap the set button with it in neutral. Then you're going to apply full throttle, tap it again. Then you're going to apply full reverse, tap it again. And that is all there is to it. I did this install into a stock Xmaxx. All I did was pull out the old speed control, take the receiver cover off, take the wire access cover off, and then I plugged the motor directly into my Max5 speed control plugs. It went right in, didn't have to do any soldering or anything. And then when I installed the speed control, I actually did it with double-side tape. I used 3 or 4 layers of double-side tape to help, you know, a little bit of shock dampening for hard landing. And the trick is you have to slide the speed control all the way to the rear of the truck. Otherwise you get a little bit of interference with the antenna mount that comes out of the stock radio system. So if you remember, when you tape that in there to slide it all the way back, that'll help a ton. So if you've never done series wiring before, the easy thing to remember is that your main power from your speed control goes to the negative on one plug and then the positive on another plug. If you look, we have them kind of marked here. I'm not sure you can see that real well. And then you do a jumper wire from the remaining plug that's left. Real simple. So that's series wiring for the Xmaxx. It runs the dual battery packs. And you see how I can wiggle a little bit here, and I do that on purpose. Like I said, there's 3, I think maybe 4 layers of double-side tape that I use to give this guy a little bit of a shock dampening, if you will. You've got your sweet new Xmaxx, your Max6 is installed. You've done the calibration. Now you want to use that awesome programming card that comes with it. So let's take a look at exactly how that works. It plugs into the fan port, and now I got my handy dandy set of finger extenders, also known as tweezers, to pull the fan plug out. Now I try to pay attention to which way that comes out so that when I plug stuff back in, it's a little easier. But in this application, the black goes towards the middle wire, if you will. And I'm going to take this, slide that down in there, plug that in, and then we can turn the speed control on and see what all these awesome settings are. Alright, so it turns on, you get white lines, and then it comes up with the settings. And luckily, the Max series is right on the front of the box rather. There's 11 settings, and what we have, you go through your running mode, is forward, reverse, forward, brake, all that fun stuff. I have mine obviously forward and reverse because Bashmobile. For LiPo cells, I actually set this specifically to 6S, which is setting number 5. Basically because I'm only going to run this on 6 cells, so I don't need it auto-calculating. If you plug in a dead battery pack, or like one charged and one dead battery pack with the auto-calculation, you can run into some problems there. So it's good to, if you know you're going to run one style of battery, leave it on there all the time. For the voltage cutoff threshold, this is how high or low your voltage cutoff is, and we have low, medium, and high. Low is the most runtime, high is the least amount of runtime. I run mine in the middle on medium just for safety's sake. Motor thermal protection is the next one. I leave that on default nice and low just in case. And then motor rotation, luckily I got away with that, no changes there. BEC voltage, I leave it 6 volts with the stock servo. BEC voltage is still on number 1. Number 8 is the brake force. And monster trucks in general have tons of brakes, these, you know, big chunky, whatever 4-6 pole motors they are, they have a lot of response, so you can leave that relatively low overall. It still has tons of brakes. Reverse force, same thing, it likes to flip over on its nose real easy in the reverse, so I leave that turned down pretty low. And then I do increase my punch level 1. I like to have a little bit more crisp response when you're trying to save it in the air or do donkey flips and fun stuff like that. And then number 11, drag brake, I leave that turned all the way down as well. So if you don't know what drag brake is, that's the brake that comes on at coast. And then number 10, the start mode, or what was the punch mode rather, that is going to be how aggressively it starts. The lower that is, the softer it starts, the higher it is, the more linear or more aggressive that's going to start for you. So there you have it, some of the settings and how to use the programming card. It goes into the fan port.